Welcome back, everyone. This is Frank DeMore from the End Times Research Ministry. Today is January the 22nd, 2016. And let me go right into a prophecy that I've been talking about for some time. The prophecy in its entirety hasn't been fulfilled. What has been fulfilled are the nations who are coming together in preparation to fulfill this prophecy. What prophecy am I talking about? Well, that would be the Ezekiel 38 war, which is found in the Old Testament, Ezekiel chapter 38 and 39. If you just found my YouTube channel, you're looking at my website. EndTimesResearchMinistry.com is how you can get there. And once you're there, all you have to do is scroll down. You'll see my book, The Last Chronicles of Planet Earth. It's absolutely for free. You can download it. Just click the link right here and it'll come right up for you. It has all the information that you're ever going to need about the Ezekiel 38 and 39 war as it's described in the Old Testament. But let me give you a little bit of insight what's going on so that you can see how things are being forged together to bring about this war against Israel. So the first thing you need to know is who is involved in this war against Israel. When you take a look at this map on the lower left-hand corner, you'll see the nations that are listed there, starting with Russia, going all the way down to Armenia. And of course, when you read Ezekiel 38 and 39, you'll see that the attack centers from the most northern quarters. You'll see the red arrows, the direction of the attack coming against this tiny nation of Israel. And of course, if you've been watching the news, you've seen ISIS has been in the news almost on a daily basis, and they're going into all of the nations that are either listed in the Ezekiel war or the Psalm 83 war. Now, the Psalm 83 war is a war that will be coming before the Ezekiel 38 war. But I want to center on the Ezekiel 38 war because what's happening with Russia right now, and this is going to play a major role in both the Ezekiel war and the Psalm 83 war. I want to bring you over to an article and then I'll connect the dots for you. The YNetNews.com gives a story entitled Hezbollah, Russia is Arming Us. The senior Hezbollah militants tell U.S. news outlet that Russia is providing the terrorist group with weapons including long-range missiles and laser-guided rockets. Furthermore, one adds, Russia has placed no restrictions on their weapons being used against, guess who? Israel. Now, why is this so important? Well, it's important because of the nations that are listed in the Psalm 83. And we know that the Hezbollah, the Hamas, and even ISIS now in the territories that are named in the Psalm 83 war. And so Russia is supplying weapons and they are teaming up with the same nations that are in the Psalm 83 war. Now we know from the Psalm 83 outline that we see in the Old Testament that God is going to allow Israel to win that war. They're not going to be defeated. And we know this because in Psalm 83 we're told that there's going to be a confederate nation will come together. And these are all the nations listed in the Psalm 83 war. And they're going to try to take Israel out. But Israel will win that war. They'll take a hit, but they're going to win the war. Now, because of Russia's alliance with Hezbollah giving arms to the enemies of Israel, when Russia and all these rest of the nations listed in the Ezekiel 38 war see that Israel has defeated all of these armies that are coming against Israel, Islamic armies, they will later mount an attack from the northern quarters, just like it says in Ezekiel 38, to go down and to take a spoil and to take a prey against Israel. At least they're going to make the attempt. But we know from Ezekiel 38 and 39, and this is why it's so important to read those two chapters, you'll understand who's going to win, the direction of the army, how many people die. The Lord leaves out no information. You'll know what's going to happen in the future before it actually happens. Now, before I play a clip, let me just make sure that you know exactly who it is that the Bible is talking about. When you take a look at number 10 on this photo. These are the nations that are going to come against Israel in the Psalm 83 war. You'll see Syria is mentioned. You will also see Hezbollah is mentioned. Also the Lebanese that are also mentioned. And of course, you also have the Hamas in the Gaza Strip. So now let's go to the article, and you will see that 3 of those nations in there, including Russia, are joining themselves together, and Russia is arming them. And look who Russia says you could use these weapons against.
Russia is providing Hezbollah with heavy weaponry, according to 2 of the Lebanese terrorist organization's field commanders. The militants, who spoke with reporters from U.S. media outlet The Daily Beast, said that as far as the Syrian civil war goes, the Assad regime, Hezbollah, Iran, and Russia are operating in complete concert with one another. One of the field commanders, who dubbed himself Commander Bakr, told The Daily Beast, "We are strategic allies in the Middle East right now. The Russians are our allies and give us weapons." Another commander, who called himself Asir, told the outlet that Russia is relying more and more on Hezbollah, rather than the Syrian army, to guard Russia's arms depots inside Syria, which at the same time gives the Lebanese organization broad access to the depot's contents. Asir also said that Moscow has given Hezbollah free rein to use its weapons as it sees fit, including against Israel.
So you really don't need any more proof than that. You can see by the current events how the very nations that are warned to us by our God are coming together to do what? The news even tells you they can use them as they see fit against the nation of Israel. The wars are coming, and they're coming faster than most people think they are. The sad part about this is most of the world doesn't even know these 2 wars are about to take place. This is why it's so important to demonstrate your faith, put it in action. And how does that happen? By talking and sharing the Word of God with other people. This is Frank DeMora from the End Times Research Ministry. God bless.